What up, YouTube? It's your boy Charles Enoch. You already know we back with another Invest in Myself episode. So run the intro. So today I want to go over how to pay off multiple credit cards using a line of credit. But before we get into it, you already know your boy has to do the YouTube thing. So your boy's getting close to being monetized. So I'm gonna ask y'all, help a brother out. So take time, smash that like button, make that thing turn blue. If you're new to the channel, or if you watched a couple of my videos and just haven't done so yet, go ahead, take a little bit of time, hit that subscribe button for me. Also, please consider joining my Patreon page if you do like my videos and my content. And I appreciate anybody that takes time to do these steps because it does help me reach a higher audience base. All right, so I know you guys may be wondering, why would I pay off my credit cards using a line of credit when both of them are calculated by simple interest? I mean, why wouldn't we just stuff our income, our paycheck, into the credit cards and then use our credit cards to pay our expenses? And whatever's left over, our cash flow, is slowly paying off the credit cards. Which that example is a very good way, but I've gotten a lot of emails or even comments in regards to, hey, I can't use my credit card to pay, let's say, my rent or other things of that nature. What else can I do if I can't use my credit card to pay all my expenses? So what we can do is use a line of credit to pay off all our credit cards, and then we're gonna use the line of credit as our new checking account. So when you get your income, you're gonna stuff it into the line of credit, and whatever bills due, you're gonna slowly transfer money from your line of credit to your checking account, and then you're gonna use that money to pay your expenses. Now, the cash flow that's left over is gonna be left into the line of credit. So it's gonna slowly pay off that line of credit. Now you don't have to worry about if your expenses can be paid because the line of credit is ultimately cash. Now I know this might sound super confusing, but you already know I got the whiteboard in the back. So we're gonna break this thing down with a very simple example. So come on, let's learn. All right, so we're at the whiteboard. You already know we get down to business here. So we're gonna have Credit Card Craig. And Credit Card Craig has 3 credit cards he needs to pay off. So Credit Card Craig, his income for the month is gonna be $4,000. The expenses are gonna be $3,700. And so his cash flow is gonna be $300, which is the income minus the expenses is gonna equal the cash flow. Now, Credit Card Craig's credit cards, all of them are gonna be the same. We're gonna have a simple example here. So credit card 1 is going to be $1,000. We're going to say 20% interest, and the minimum on that credit card is $75 per month that he needs to pay off. Credit card 2 is going to be the same thing, $1,000, 20% interest, and the minimum is $75. And credit card 3, again, same thing, is going to be $1,000, 20% interest, minimum is going to be $75 he has to pay per month. Now, Credit Card Craig went to the bank and now he has a line of credit of $6,000. We're gonna say the interest rate is gonna be 10% for that personal line of credit. All right, so we're on the other side of the board. So let's break this thing down and see how Velocity Banking works when we're gonna use our line of credit to pay off our credit cards. And then we're ultimately gonna use the line of credit as our bank account by putting our money in, and then when we need it for our expenses, we're going to be taking it out. So remember, usually what you can do here, if you're able to, is put all your income, so the $4,000 of income, we would put it on each of those cards. And that would pretty much pay the cards off, avoid the monthly payment, free up our cash flow, and then we would use one of the credit cards or even 2 of the credit cards plus our remainder income to pay off our expenses. And we're saving $300, so that's adding to every single credit card. That's what we usually could do. But again, let's say Credit Card Craig says, hey, I can't do that because I can't pay my expenses with my credit card. So this is why we're getting that line of credit. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the equation here. So the line of credit is $6,000. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna use our line of credit. We're gonna take $3,000. And the reason why we're doing that is because there's 3 credit cards with $1,000 on them that's owed. We're gonna take the $3,000 of our line of credit. We're going to pay off all 3 of the cards. What that specifically is going to do is going to free up cash flow. It's going to free up $225, and it's going to minus our expenses of $225. Because again, part of our expenses is those credit cards, those minimum payments. Since they're paid off, there's no more minimum payment. So the next step is we're going to use our income. We're going to use $3,000 of our income, of the $4,000 of our income, we're going to put that onto the line of credit. And what that does is put the line of credit back to full, back to $6,000. Now the next step is we're going to use the remainder income, the $1,000 out of our $4,000, we're going to put that onto the expenses. So remember, our expenses were $3,700. They're only $3,475. And the reason why is because our expenses are subtracted by $225 since the credit cards are not an expense anymore. So we're taking $1,000 from our new expenses, and that's going to leave us with $2,475. Now the next step, how are we going to pay off the rest of our expenses? And that's easy. What we're going to do is use our line of credit. Remember, we paid that to full because we use our income to pay that to full. So we're going to use our line of credit. And again, with a line of credit, for those that don't know, you can transfer this whatever money you need, you can transfer it to your checking account instantly. So the line of credit, you're going to transfer $2,475 to your checking account, and then you're just going to pay your expenses via your debit card, cash, whatever the case may be. And then that's going to be left over on our line of credit is $3,525. So for the month of January, our line of credit is going to have $3,525 on it, and the debt that we owe on our credit card is going to be $0. All right, so we're on the month of February. So what we're going to have to do here, we're going to have to look at what is on our line of credit. So at the end of January, the amount on our line of credit is $3,525. So what we're going to do here, we're going to skip to equation 2, because remember, equation 1, we were paying off our credit card. Since our credit card's already paid off, we don't need to do this step again. So equation 1 is pretty much done. Now, when we did equation 1 for the first step, remember our expenses was $3,700. Now it's $3,475 because our expenses are minus by $225. And our new cash flow is going to be $525 because it was increased by $225. So going to step 2, if we owe $3,525 on our line of credit, we need $2,475 to pretty much pay this off in full. So our income is $4,000. However your income drops, when you get that $2,475, you put that onto the line of credit, pay it off in full. Once you do that, we're going to take the remainder of our income, that $1,525, we're going to apply that towards our expenses. Remember, our expenses are $3,475, which when we minus that, we're going to have a remainder amount of $1,950. So how are we going to pay that off? We already know we're using our fully paid off line of credit. We got $6,000. Now we're going to use that and we're going to pay our expenses. Our expenses are $1,950. Remember, When we do that, we have $4,050 on our line of credit. So the end of February, $4,050. And like usual, our debt on our credit card is zero because we paid that. All right, so we're on the month of March. So the first thing we need to do is we got to look at the amount that we have on our line of credit at the end of February. So the amount that we have is $4,050. So the line of credit, the full amount is $6,000, and we want to pay that to full. So we're going to go down to step 2. We're going to have to use $1,950 of our income, put that onto the line of credit, and that's going to pay it off to full. It's going to get that back up to that $6,000. Now the next step is we're going to use the remainder of our income, right? $2,050. We're going to apply that towards our expenses, which are $3,475. We do the math here, minus that from that, we're going to get $1,425 we have left in expenses. And we already know what we need to do to pay these expenses. We're going to use that line of credit, we're going to use the bank's money, and then we're going to pay off those expenses, that $1,425. This leaves the line of credit at $4,575. So if you're seeing the pattern here, it's increasing by $525 because that is our cash flow. That is what's left on the line of credit since we're using the line of credit to pay our expenses. All right, so we halfway done. We're on the month of April, and we're gonna knock this thing out here. So we should know what we're doing, but we're gonna knock it down, drill it into you like a hammer here. So for April, what we have to do is see what the line of credit was the month prior. So for March, at the end of March, our line of credit was $4,575 we have on it. So to pay that off, we need $1,425. So we're gonna use that because our income's $4,000. Whenever it drops in, whenever you get this much money, you put that into your line of credit. It's gonna fill that baby up. It's gonna get up to $6,000 again. We're gonna use the remainder of our income, $2,575. We're gonna apply that towards our expenses, and we do the math, we got $900 left in expenses. We already know how we're gonna pay the remainder of our expenses. We're using the bank's money. So the line of credit is $6,000. We're gonna use that and apply $900 towards the expenses. When we do that, we have an amount of $5,100 left on the line of credit. So for the end of April, we have $5,100 on the line of credit. Again, the debt on the credit card is zero because we paid that off on the first. Right, we're on the best month ever, the month of May. That's my birthday month. Shout out to all the Tauruses in the building. All right, so the month of May, we have to look at the line of credit at the end of April. So the amount that we have on our line of credit is $5,100, and we want to pay our line of credit off in full. So the line of credit amount is $6,000. We're going to need $900. So we're going to use $900 of our income. However it comes in, you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whenever it comes in. Once you get $900, put it onto your line of credit so it can get paid off in full. Now we're going to go to the next step. Our remainder funds, which is going to be $3,100 out of the $4,000, right? We're going to put that towards our expenses, and it's going to leave us with $375 left. Now, what we're going to do to pay out that $375, we're going to use the bank's money, the line of credit, and we're going to pull $375 out, put that into your checking account, and then we're going to pay that off $375. Now, we're going to see that we have $5,625 on our line of credit at the end of May. So again, the pattern, we're seeing that line of credit at the end of each month increase by $525. All right, so we're on the last month. Let's get this thing knocked out. Let's get the method drilled in your head here. So we got to see what the line of credit was for the end of the previous month here. So the month of May, we got $5,625 on that line of credit. We want to pay it off in full. We got to get up to that $6,000 mark. So we're going to use $375 to get the line of credit paid in full. Once we do that, we're going to use the remainder income that we have, $3,475, because that's all we need to pay off our expenses. The remainder of your money, keep it into the checking account, right? So we're going to use $3,475, pay off all our expenses to zero. That means this step right here, our line of credit is full. If you apply 6,000 to zero, it's still going to be 6,000. So our line of credit is paid off in full. So we see that in 6 months, we paid off the $3,000. And this is because we paid off the credit cards, which increased our cash flow from $300 to $525. And this allowed us to get this knocked out in those 6 months. Now, we do have to remember when you're using the line of credit that it is charging simple interest daily. Now, again, we have money left over, and the simple interest is a very easy calculation. So the interest that we're paying, it's very minimal. Honestly, the leftover money that you have, you would be able to knock that out here. So it would still be the true 6 months that you've knocked this out. So if you don't know how to calculate simple interest, I have several videos of that. I will actually link one of the videos down below so you know that simple interest is going to be calculated daily until you use the income to pay the line of credit to full. Then the simple interest will stop being calculated daily until you start pulling money out. Now, again, this was a very simplistic example. If you have multiple credit cards and you're not able to use all your income or the line of credit, I would say, to knock all those out, then you would have to do one or two at a time. And then you would pay the minimal payments on the other ones. But the one or two that you're knocking out, it is going to increase your cash flow by however much the minimum payment is. So hopefully this does make sense. Leave a comment if it does. Remember to subscribe to the channel. It does help me reach a higher audience base. And if you do like the material, go ahead and sign up to my Patreon page. And like always, you guys have a good weekend. Peace out.